Hello, I'm going to talk you through the materials of the GFP lab. So here you can see the initial setup with the tray with all the materials, as well as on the right you see the hot bead bath. Here you see a test tube with tape on the side as well as on the top for you to write your name and plus or minus. You see the fridge on the left and the ice maker on the right. Inside of the ice maker you see ice. You can put the ice in a beaker or in this little bowl in this image. Inside the fridge, you'll see the calcium chloride as well as petri dishes or agar plates. If you look up closer, you see the little containers of calcium chloride. And you can see a close-up of the calcium chloride. That has to remain cold. You put it on ice, excuse me. This is the incubator that'll heat things up. It's perfect to let bacteria grow. You needed to get the colony plates from inside of the incubator, as well as at the end when you set up your bacteria, you're going to put it in the incubator as well. This is an image of the colony starter plate. So you are going to take colonies off of the plate and use those colonies. You want to just take the little dots. You'll see dots of little white colonies spread throughout the plate. You want to take 2 or 3 of those rather than grabbing from where you see a bunch of bacteria growth throughout the plate. You just want to get the little dots instead. This shows the petri or the agar plate right side up. When you grab them from the incubator, they'll be upside down. That's to prevent the water condensation from falling back onto the bacteria. So we put them upside down, but when you're using the agar plates, obviously you want to handle them right side up. So you see the agar on the bottom, gelatin sort of substance, the hard gelatin substance, and then you see the top, the clear top on the top. These are the disposable loops, and this is what you use to loop the bacteria colonies off of the agar plate and put into your test tube with calcium chloride. So when it's time to pull in the plasmid, you're going to get it from the freezer. So it'll be inside the fridge. You'll see a little freezer component on the top. And you only take this out when you're absolutely ready to use it. If it remains in room temperature for an extended amount of time, the DNA in the plasmid will start to denature or degrade. So you only grab this GFP plasmid when you set your pipette has a tip on it, you set your pipette and you're ready to rock and roll. And you put it right back into the freezer. If it's out, you want to put it in your beaker of ice. This shows the hot bead bath. Sometimes you'll see water in here, but here I like to use the beads. That's where you set your test tubes inside of there. On the tray, near towards the end, you'll see mention of lauria broth. That's basically like the food or nutrition for the bacteria. You'll see that in little tubes that look like the tubes of calcium chloride, but these will be at room temperature on the tray. You'll see packs of ampicillin plates. Be careful because there's 2 types of agar plates, one with just agar or lauria broth, and the other one you'll see this LB lauria broth plus ampicillin. So you want to make sure you grab one of those plates. And the individual plates are should be labeled as well. In small writing, you'll see either LB or LB plus amp. And so you want the LB plus amp or ampicillin. And when you're putting your, after you spread your bacteria, after you're going through all the steps and you have your plate, you're going to put it upside down. So this time the agar should be on the top side, and again you're going to put it into the incubator. Then at least 24 hours later you will check your bacteria to see if it's growing, and if it's fluorescent green you may have to expose it to UV light by using this machine. That should be it. Thanks.